Our study is an investigation into the promotion of cultural awareness in locally produced English learning materials in Thailand. The concept of culture encompasses all materials and non-material manifestation of individuality in various spheres such as society, ethics, intelligence, science, arts, and technology. An appreciation, understanding, and tolerance for varying cultures can be nurtured by having a sound understanding of the cultural differences. Numerous studies have been conducted to determine the extent to which cultural content is incorporated into ELT textbooks and other educational materials. Particularly, cultural representation in language learning materials is commonly examined through words and images, critical discourse analysis, and semiotic analysis. Nonetheless, language learning material should be beyond the mere presentation of cultural facts when teaching about culture. Also, learners should be trained on how to access and analyze cultural practices and interpretations derived from the learning materials. We're going to talk next to the Baker's framework of cultural awareness. These frameworks are divided, the cultural awareness, into 3 levels. The first level, the basic cultural awareness. At this level, student develops a conscious awareness of the first cultures, including its influence on their behavior, beliefs, values, and communication. Moreover, this level promotes awareness of the differences between cultures, even though it does not include the comprehension of specific aspects of other cultures or other concepts of culture. In the level 2, the advanced cultural awareness, essentially this level is an attempt to move away from essentialist conceptions of culture and cultural reference points. This shows a detailed understanding of other cultures along with the impact on communications, specifically regarding possible misunderstandings or miscommunications. On the level 3, intercultural awareness, this level is beyond the concept that cultures are interconnected, regardless of their complexity. Moreover, it clarifies that cultural references and communication practices as elements of intercultural communication may or may not be related to particular cultures. At this level, the capability to mediate and negotiate occurs in combination with a conscious of emerging cultural forms, as well as knowledge of references and practices in intercultural communication. We're next going to talk about English language teaching materials in Thailand. The English material in Thailand, the majority of the state-run schools in the Southeast Asia in Thailand rely on domestically produced instructional materials. In English textbooks used in Thai secondary school, cultural diversity is promoted. However, most of the content is based on the cultures of native speakers from in United States and the United Kingdom. British and American cultures continue to hold significant influence over ELT resources in Thailand. Even though despite the shift in ELT practices and research to give increased authority to the cultural norms of English language learners rather than the first language speakers. Recently, GASA 2018 examined issues relating to the integration of cultural content and sources in language teaching in secondary schools in Thailand. The study shows that the majority of the cultural content is centered on UK-US perceptions, despite the basic education core curriculum being open for the inclusion of various indigenous cultures. So in this case, we conduct a study by applying the content analysis for the learning materials used in the examination is based on textbooks used for senior high school students. The material includes 2 series of 3-volume textbooks, as you can see in the picture. This is the first and the second volume, which contains 8 and 10 units, respectively. Although the 3 volumes of the both series contain more than 120 reading passages and 150 reading exercises, we selectively chose to analyze most frequently adopted passages and exercises in practical teaching situations due to the time constraint, because we have approximately 15 weeks to teach to cover everything. So noted that the list of all 120 passages and 150 exercises were obtained during the interviews with EFL teachers in our prior study. After that, various states and private schools in Thailand have used both series as primary resources for reading comprehension elective courses. The content of both textbook series is aligned with our basic education core curriculum. Selected materials were analyzed using categories based on the Baker frameworks that we previously talked about. Descriptive statistics were employed to present the results. So to assess the reliability of the results, two experienced researchers in language education conducted an inter-rater reliability analysis. And the results suggest that the raters were almost exactly in agreement, as you can see. For the result, this is the sample of the texts that we have selected in analysis. For the result, as you can see in the table 1 and table 2, the table 1 presents the level of cultural awareness in the first series, and the table 2 for the second series. As you can see, the level 1, they have all the basic, all the 3 levels, while the table 2, they have just only level 1 and level 2. In the conclusion, so we can say that from the result, we see that the most content that's in the select material is likely to help learners develop their cultural awareness at basic or advanced level rather than the intercultural level, that means level 3 in the framework. Although the reading passages provide a convergence of knowledge drawn from different domains, for instance, way of life, local beliefs, science and technology, geography, and economics. Most of these texts and their exercise seem to present simple facts of the specific culture. There remain a lack of content and questions that encourage students to critically think and discuss multiculturalism, possible conflicts between or cross cultures, as well as the dynamicity and fluidity of cultures. So ESB teachers in Thailand, in particular those who emphasize teaching cultures, may not rely exclusively on in-house ELT textbook to strengthen learners' critical intercultural awareness and literacy. So they need to use the supplement materials to help them to achieve the goals. Moreover, future studies should consider a multimodal approach to the analysis of ELT materials and compare the impact of illustration and text-based analysis on the development of cultural awareness. For the cultural curriculum, designers and textbook authors of critical English reading may need to take into account a balance between allowing students to develop L2 literacy capabilities and providing an opportunity for a wide range of cultural content. So this comes to the end of our presentation. So thank you very much for joining our presentation. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, so please welcome to do so.